Hey, same thing as the last one. But this time, see if I can get this thing to stand over this stupid freaking thing. First time I ever actually used perf ever in my entire life. Perf is weird. Vero's weird, but perf is much weirder. Alright, what I did now was, let me pack a bowl here so I can crystallize for a minute. What I did now was basically, the treble boost thing is hip, but this is, 2021. How often does anybody ever actually use a damn treble booster anymore? Not so often, right? But the key here is that, well, this thing here was literally thrown together with just junk that was on my bench top. Somebody asked me to rebuild a Rangemaster for him. They sent it to me. It arrived completely dead. And I was too lazy to even look it up, so I just kind of like threw together a circuit without even like no back of the envelope math involved. And it came out pretty much exactly how I expected it to sound, which was cool. I mean, after a while, you do this a while, it's like you can kind of tell what capacitors are going to sound like what, and what resistors are going to give you what amount of gain, and all this other kind of crap. You can kind of cookbook it however you want it to sound. Well, you heard the treble booster earlier, so what I did, because I was too lazy to actually desolder or anything and move shit around, I wanted to hear it with a bigger input cap. A lot of times I like to go with fake variable input cap. I'll use like a 250 or a 500K pot. Put like a tiny cap on one side and a much larger cap on the other. And then you can kind of sweep it between it, because the resistor, in addition to blending the amount of signal going to each cap, changes the equivalent series resistance of the caps. It makes it sound like it's a big cap that's being changed, which of course it isn't. So, at first thought, okay, 4.7 ain't all that big. Let's see what we got. The first thing out of the junk drawer that I pulled out was a 0.027 cap. I just tack soldered it right onto this little sucker right here. It's already there. See, it's up here in the air, waving around in the way, doing stupid shit. Here, I'll twist it up a little. See, it's just tack soldered. It's actually tack soldered onto the resistors on either side of the input cap. Let's see what it sounds like. Oops. Gain's up all the way. Volume's up all the way. Here's the guitar. You heard it as a treble booster. Now hear it as a fuzz. Turn down the input a little bit. Cleans it up a lot. Neck pickup on my Les Paul. Bridge pickup. Turn it up a little bit. Cut the bass on the guitar a little bit. Turn it up. Well, actually, I'll turn the volume down quite a bit. Tone control down. It's got that same kind of thing happening as the photon fuzz that Barry at Guitar PCB sells. That's because of the Baz fuzz nod with the BAT 41 in there instead of an LED. And a Baz fuzz used an LED, if I remember correctly. And I believe it's oriented the opposite of how I'm doing it, but honestly, I don't really remember. I'd have to look it up. And of course, I'm entirely too lazy to do that because, in case you haven't noticed, I'm an old, fat, tired, lazy fucking hippie. So, anyways, I'm out for now, man. Till the next iteration, it behooves you to take care of your uvula.